Nick Gordon's lawyers call this suit slanderous. They say it's fictitious assault against the person who loved Chrissy most. Areva, you buying that?
I am really shocked, Dr. Drew, at some of the allegations contained in this lawsuit, things we've not heard before. Great details about what happened that morning. And if they are to be believed, Nick Gordon is in serious trouble and likely will face some kind of criminal prosecution.
Now this is a civil suit, so it doesn't have the same standard as a criminal suit. What do you think they're going to offer as evidence? They just do they have witnesses? Do they have some forensic evidence? We just don't know.
From the level of detail, it sounds as if they have witnesses who were in the house at the time all of these incidents occurred. There may be surveillance tape. There may have been a private investigator hired by the family. And although the legal standard is different, lawyers still have an obligation to make sure that when they file a lawsuit like the one in your hands, that there's some substantial evidence to support their allegations, which means they can't just make baseless allegations in a lawsuit.
And Georgia's very tough with that, so they must have something.
What are they going to get out of this kid?
I don't know.
Right?
Oh, they're going to get a lot, Dr. Drew. And lawsuits, as a lawyer, we often file lawsuits for multiple purposes, and even individuals who are judgment-proof, individuals who don't have a lot of money, like presumably Nick Gordon doesn't, the lawsuit serves many purposes. It can complicate his life, have him tied up in court for many years, make any money that he earns in the future very difficult for him to access, and provide information to the district attorney that may be looking at filing some kind of criminal action against Nick Gordon.
Sonny, I want to get you into this conversation. You agree with what Areva's saying there?
I really do. I mean, what was shocking to me when I first saw this was the level of detail that was, outlined in this lawsuit. And attorneys definitely have to have some sort of evidence in order to meet this kind of burden.
I mean, presumably, Sonny, presumably they're going to have the woman whose foot he laid on and made that comment. Presumably they'll have people that saw the tooth knocked out or saw the violence before, right? They're going to have that kind of evidence in order to make this thing stick at all.
Well, that's true, but they have to have more. I mean, the allegations that he went into the bathroom and put her face down into the tub. Someone that witnessed that would have witnessed a murder.
Exactly.
And so I'm very, very shocked at the level of detail. Dr. Drew, you know from the very beginning, this family has indicated that they thought Nick Gordon was responsible for her injuries, that when she arrived at the hospital, she had missing teeth. When she arrived at the hospital, she had bruises that were consistent with a struggle. They told me this from the very beginning in January, but this level of detail, quite frankly, is very new. I've reached out to the family. They haven't responded. They haven't indicated how they got this level of detail, but my goodness, they must have something in order to have brought this kind of suit with this kind of detail.
Jason.